Good morning, everyone. So today we will measure how to measure the shirt. Shirt ke all measurements we will measure. Okay. So first we will measure the length. Okay. First length is from HPS to straight. So second length would be from H shoulder seam to edge. Okay. Third length would be from placket center front. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्लैकेट ऑल्सो. ठीक है. अब हम इसको टर्न करेंगे. बैक लेंथ फ्रॉम HPS. ओके. बैक लेंथ फ्रॉम सेंटर बैक नेक सीम. नाउ इट कम्स टू ए क्रॉस शोल्डर मेजरमेंट. सो सबसे पहले शोल्डर टू शोल्डर 17 इंच. देन वी हैव टू हैव द स्लोप, शोल्डर स्लोप. So this is 1.5 inch. Okay. Then we have shoulder forward at neck. Okay. Shoulder forward at armhole. Now across front. So across front 5.5 below. This is seam to seam, armhole seam to seam. This is 15.5. Okay. Sorry, यहाँ से. Okay, 15 3/4. And then you can have across back. Across back 5 inch down from HPS straight armhole to armhole, and across back at yoke seam. So means how many types of we measure the cross back at yoke seam and at 5.5 inch. Chest at armhole, just 1 inch below armhole. Then it comes waist from HPS. For men's we take 17 inch. Okay. Then this is a placement, waist placement, and now waist measurement 20. Then bottom, above edge straight. If there is a slit, then above slit. Okay. So now we will do the shirt tail. Shirt tail from front. So like this. So this point, and then we can measure like this 2.5. So back shirt tail also. This is point. So this is the point, and we keep like this. So this is 2.5. So front and back is same. So now after all this we have armhole. Okay. So armhole straight, armhole curve total, armhole curve circum. So this we start from back along armhole. So this is 10, and so this is 20. So sometimes front and back separate. So 10, back was 10. So this is 11 back. We measured 10, right? At back. So 11 is the back, and front from here 9. So curve, straight, and armhole depth. Armhole depth is always from HPS to armpit, straight 90-degree angle, like this. Okay. So sleeve length from center back. So this is half of across shoulder. So 17. So 8.5. So we keep 8.5 here. So this is center back, and then straight to edge. So this is 32. Second measurement of sleeve is from shoulder point. So this is 24. And then sleeve under seam also. Okay, with the sleeve length. Okay. Next is the sleeve cap height. We need to keep this, as a 90-degree from this to like this. So this is okay. So this is our sleeve cap height, 4.5. Now sleeve cap width 3.5 inch from shoulder point. So it should be measured 4 at front, and then back it is almost 8.5. Okay, so after this we have muscle. Muscle is also at armpit 8.5, and then 1 inch below 8/4. Then we have elbow 10 inch below from cuff edge. So this is 6 3/4. This is important spec to have this. Then after this we have sleeve opening 4 inch. It has to be buttoned, one button and second button. So after second button it will be less. This is 3/4. Okay. Now turn to sleeve placket length. Placket length from edge to cuff seam. This is 6. Sleeve placket opening 4.5. So this is 1.5. Okay. Sleeve placket width 7/8. Under sleeve placket width 1/2 inch. And you can have this button placement from cuff edge. So this is it should be 1/2 inch at least from here to edge, and the spacing of button between button is also is 3/4. Okay. Cuff height. Okay, we take the another shirt for pocket placement. Pocket placement from HPS 9.5. Pocket placement can be also measured from shoulder seam, and pocket placement from center front. So this is 7/8, and sometimes some customers give one from placket seam also. And then pocket height at center, pocket height without flap. Okay, pocket height at side seam to check that triangle here. So this is important. Then flap width, flap height at center, side at center. So you will get this shape. Okay, distance between flap attaching and pocket attaching. Then pocket mouth. Okay, placket width and button placement. First button placement, then button to button distance, and last button from placket edge. Okay, now we take another shirt. We measure yoke height from shoulder HPS, yoke height from center back. Okay, pleat width 1.5 inch, depth you can see 3/4, 3/4. So this is a box pleat. This is called box pleat. Okay. Now we will measure the neck measurements. So neck width. Neck measurements are starting from neck width. First neck width, seam to seam 6.5, and front neck drop is so this is 3/4. Okay, and back neck drop, if there is a stripes, base of stripes to here is almost measured 3/4. But when you measure it like this, you will measure only 1/2 inch. So this is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch to 5/8 from here to here. Neck measurements. Okay, so सबसे पहले collar height at center back, collar point, then collar stand height at center front. Okay, again collar outer edge 17 inch, collar at attaching seam, collar width at attaching seam 15/4. Then collar opening, button to button hole. So this is 15 3/4. Now collar stand at attaching seam. So this is the bottom seam. So we measure. So this will be bigger than the buttonhole. So this is almost 18. Okay. Then button down, button placement, collar button down placement from center. It is 1 3 by 4, and from neck seam, but straight perpendicular. It, not like this. It should be like this. So this is 1 3 by 4. Okay. And then collar spread, you can measure it. For this button down, already fixed between these two buttons. Okay. And the collar measurements. So if they want, buyer wants bigger, then they will reduce this collar point, and this will be moved towards here. So it depends upon styling. So collar spread is 3.5, or if there is no collar button down, then you measure like this. So this is 3.5, and then this is tie gap. So tie gap is always required 1/4. So from here to here, this is a tie gap. Okay. Okay. Anything missing?